Oh gosh, Jason.
Jason Statham, Hobbs and Shaw for president.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Oh fuck,
That'd be
man.
awesome.
That would be fuck.
There was a couple. My wife and I were talking about this. Like, if The Rock ran, who would he be? Vice president? Would he be the president? Like, who would run with him?
Now, wouldn't it be fucking funny right now if Joe Biden, because he seems to be the closest contender right now, were to like, hey, I want The Rock as my as my running mate.
Man, he would win.
He would win landslide.
I don't know.
I don't think
I'm
The
really
Rock.
starting to wonder if there might be some person that might surprise everybody and come in as a Green Party candidate and shock the world.
At this point in time, nothing would surprise me. But then again, we're too far gone into this shit, and
right.
It's
the higher power will not let that happen.
Yeah. So right now, let's see what happens. Right. So maybe the murder hornets will take care of everything. That big asteroid that's coming to Earth at 11,000 miles an hour.
That's funny.
The size of the Empire State Building. I don't know.
Oh, talking about space, it reminded me of Elon Musk, or Elon, however you say his name, posted a tweet I saw. Joe Rogan had shared it, and cracked me up. It says, he says, "Oh, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but talking about." Let me see if I can pull it up because I don't want to misquote it. It was too perfect. Let me see.
I was on Twitter. I gave it a like, but of course now that I'm looking for it,
yeah, I got it right here. Okay, so Elon Musk says this will probably get me into trouble, but I feel I have to say it. Selling weed literally went from major felony to essential business, opened during the pandemic in much of America, and yet many are still in prison. Doesn't make sense, isn't right?
Well, it makes a lot of sense and dollars for whoever owns them fucking private prisons.
He smoked weed on Joe Rogan's podcast, and his shares plummeted because of it. And now look at what he's doing.
Well, yeah, I know, but he's right. I mean, he goes, it makes no sense to have those people jailed up because they smoked weed now that it's legal in many states. Why
is it legal in those states but not everywhere? It doesn't make no fucking sense.
Well, because it's still somebody's cash cow.
Yeah.
And keeping it illegal creates more revenue. Keeping those people in jail, like I said, those private prisons, keeping those people in there, it's...
Them privately owned prisons are that's a nightmare, dude. That's
a fucking scam, dude. That's just motherfuckers getting rich. You got people that are in there for smoking weed. For possession of marijuana. You got fucking corn man in there just for being here illegally and selling good mangoes.
Man, you got them. They're all over the country.
Yeah, they are. And like I said, here in Arizona, I think we have a couple of them. I think one of them's in Florence.
Well, you got a couple of them down there in the border, too. I was doing some research into it, finding out how many of those detainee prisoners or prison camps, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't know what the proper term is. But most of them are privately owned.
Of course, they're profiting from
insane.
it. That is one of the biggest things that, we're talking about everything that's going on right now because of Black BLM, Black Lives Matter. But, all those kids that are being held down there, they're being held in private institutions. Somebody's profiting. The federal government is paying them.
The numbers, the last time I did research, the numbers are fucking staggering at how much money they're making. Yep. Because those people that are in, and I think part of the issue a lot of people don't understand is that I don't think a lot of people understand how long it takes for these people that are in these camps, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, to get a day in court. You're talking about years.
So all those, basically we're paying for all those days that they're there.
And they're making X amount of dollars for every day that they're there.
Yeah.
fucking
they're
staggering.
keeping it that way because somebody's getting filthy motherfucking rich off of that.
Yeah, and
Well, here we go, man. We're going
listen,
back into
I don't
this.
give a fuck. Fuck everybody.
All
The
right.
one thing I don't
Fuck it.
understand about all of this is if you want to lock up the adults that are doing this shit, okay, whatever. Lock up the adults. I don't necessarily agree with it because most of them were just trying to find a better way of life. But why the fuck would you lock the kids up? At worst case scenario, wouldn't you think maybe just put them in foster care?
Well, I don't know because that foster care is it's probably the
Well,
equivalent.
I'm just saying.
My thing is okay.
Foster care is an example.
Now the thing is, if their biggest crime, the reason why they're in there is for coming here illegally. Okay, they're here illegally. Why not process them? And if you must deport them, but don't separate them from their families. Don't fucking,
I don't understand it.
Keep them with their parents.
And you're holding on to them. You just have a bus, just round trip bus back and forth, right? I mean, am I wrong?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm saying, okay, I understand. I mean, like I said, a lot of people are like, well, they're illegal. Okay, fine.
Whatever. So they
whatever.
broke a rule.
They broke a rule. But what I'm saying is you shouldn't take kids away from their parents, deport the parents, and keep the kids in the fucking concentration camps there.
Okay, so my thing is, I don't understand why we have these prisons and camps to begin with. What I'm saying is, I don't understand
making
why
money,
we
man.
can't just get multiple buses traveling round the clock, just taking people back. Like, all right, sorry, Joe, we picked you up this time. We're taking you back. You know the drill. And just, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
you're here 2-3 hours. Just wait for the bus, and we'll get you back.
Well, you know how it is. Yeah, I think we could do that. But where's the fun in that? There's no money in that.
No.
You've always said follow the money.
That's right. That's where I started following the money. I didn't understand how this was happening. Why is this such a hard concept? Just take them home. Take them back.
Well, it's not a hard... I mean, it's simple. I mean, like I said, it's... Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's not that big of a deal.
They came here illegally. Okay, fine. Process them, deport them.
If you don't want to do that, then give them a temporary blah, 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 and let them go to work.
I mean, they could be like... I mean, obviously, they may be escaping bad situations. I mean, like maybe refugee status, whatever. You know, I imagine it would be a case-by-case basis, but...
You know, it's
crazy.
And I can't put names out there or anything like that, but I know a person that works in a legal field in that realm. And what I hear on the news and what I hear on the interwebs is that, these criminals are coming over and they're bringing their kids and blah, blah, blah. But the numbers don't support that. The numbers that are coming in from the law side of it do not support it. So I don't know. Follow the fucking money, y'all. Well, do your own research. Don't believe all the fucking hype.
Well, a lot of that shit, you know, you put it out in the media. The media scares the fuck out of everybody, and that's how they manipulate people. You know, believe it or not, it's ruled by fear.
And Killer Mike touched upon this. I don't know if you happen to listen to Killer Mike's speech, but Killer Mike said, "Shame on you, CNN, for putting the fear of scaring everybody. Like your whole company is ran on fear. It's a fear-based company, and shame on you for that."
It's not just CNN. I mean, it's Fox too. I mean,
all of them.
What's the last thing I heard from Fox that I had to get my composure back because I practically lost it and laughed my ass off. What was it? It was attack. What? No, hold on. Gosh, it was too funny when I read it this morning. I wasn't ready for it. Something. Oh gosh. It's no longer there now that I'm looking for it. You know, fucking, they're listening to us. Luckily I tweeted about it. So, go into my fucking, where is it? Shit, motherfucker. Wow, did I get erased?
Huh.
Holy shit. Well, something to the effect that I got some good sleep and I woke up and there's this thing about dethroning God. Attack and dethrone God. Have you heard anything about
Uh-uh.
that? It was trending on Twitter. It was weird as fuck. And I found it so funny this morning. It just tickled my funny bone. I don't know why. It was one of those things where like, what the fuck? I'm like, why is a news, especially like on the weather side of it, putting shit like that? Like, okay, here it is. It says, "I'm attack and dethrone God." Yeah, that's exactly it. And I keep hearing that it was an effort to kind of like tie it in. I guess back in the 70s, there was something weather. Gosh, man. Now that I'm looking for it, I hate this fucking phone. So you didn't hear anything about that?
You know what? And I'm gonna be 100% keep it 100 with you. I have been, other than listening to The Rock, listening to Jocko Willink, and a few Joe Rogan episodes, I have been trying my best to stay social media free, to stay news free. I have been. I needed a break. I needed to quarantine myself from all of it for a little while. It's just too much, you know. I just feel the weight of it. I just didn't want it for a while. I needed to go out there and see world, you know, see the world and explore it and live in it and not be surrounded by negativity.
Well, you see, just like we were talking about how the media scares you and manipulates you, well, this is another tactic. And, you know, a lot of Christians listen to Fox News. So when you put out there that certain people have the agenda of kill capitalism, do this, blah, 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 attack and dethrone God, you know, they use that and they add more fuel to the fire,
Yep.
you know, because all God-fearing Christians are afraid that, you know, somebody's trying to dethrone God.
And the problem is all the news medias do it. They all do it. Every one of them.
Well,
they capitalize on clickbait, your fear. They're going to put a sensational title out there, get you to tune in, and then spend the next hour scaring the crap out of you.
I tell you, it's almost like K-Dog and Pato find porn in space.
Right.
Wink, wink.
That's about right.
I'm just saying.
But
no, but it is true. I mean, and it's almost, well, it's like in every industry. Obviously, sensationalism sells, sex sells. You put fear. You know, you tell Christians that somebody's trying to kill God. Yeah. Well, I gotta do something about it.
Right.
We all get on our high
So the
horse
last
and
couple of days, I've kind of taken a break. I've walled myself off as best I could. I ended up buying a bicycle. Can you fucking believe that? My fat ass on a goddamn bicycle.
Hey, why not?
When my wife and I went bike riding, I realized
nice
that I hate hills of all kinds.
Oh, yeah. Bicycles suck. I mean, downhill, they're awesome.
It was fun going downhill. And so my cheap ass, I bought a used bike off a marketplace. And didn't even, I mean, I'm 44 years old. Do you know when the last time I legitimately looked and looked at buying and actually rode a bicycle was? Fuck me running.
Wow.
It was, so I just bought it. I'm like, fuck, it's cheap. You know what I mean? I don't want to pay full price. So I bought it and got it home and started riding it. And then the whole first day I'm riding, I'm like, this fucking sucks. I don't remember bike riding being this goddamn hard. Then I realized my tires are almost flat. So I filled the tires up, and then the next day I rode it, and it rode a lot better, but goddamn, I don't need a horn. This thing's so fucking squeaky and squonky as I'm riding down.
Wow. And then, of course, all your leg muscles.
Jesus Christ, I think they're screaming louder than the bike is.
Yeah.